country in South America, after Brazil and Argentina. Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Bolivia, and Chile are its neighboring countries. It is made up of a variety of landscapes, from mountains and beaches to deserts and rainforests. Most people live along the coast of the Pacific Ocean, where the capital, Lima, is located. The total land area of Peru is 1.28 million square kilometers. 60% of the country is part of the Amazon rainforest, and the 20th largest country in the world. The official name of Peru is the Republic of Peru. The original name of the country was Peru, which was also the name of a local ruler who lived near Panama in the early 16th century. The Spanish people changed the country's name from Peru to Peru in 1529. People from Peru are called Peruvians. An estimated 29.7 million people are living in Peru. Their official language is Spanish. They also speak the Quechuan and Aymaran languages, which are the languages of the indigenous people of South America. The capital city of Peru is Lima. It is the fifth largest country in the Americas. 1/3 of the Peruvian population lives in this area. The National University of San Marcos, founded on May 12, 1551, is the oldest university in Americas and can be found in Lima. The Peruvian flag is called Pavilion Nacional. It is a vertical tribune with straight outer bands and a single wide middle band. A variant of the flag includes a Peruvian coat of arms which has a vicuna, the centennial tree, and a cornucopia of gold. Red represents the blood that was spilled for a fight for independence, and white represents peace and bravery. The vicuna represents the animals, while the centennial tree represents the plants in Peru. The cornucopia represents the mineral resources found in the country.
Peru's currency is called Nuevo Sol. 1 Nuevo Sol is equivalent to 100 centimos or cents. 1 Peruvian Nuevo Sol is equivalent to 11 Taiwan NT dollars. The national anthem of Peru is called Himno Nacional de Peru, which means National Anthem of Peru. A contest was held in September 18, 1821 for people to compose a national anthem for Peru. Jose Bernardo Alcedo's composition won and was adopted as a national anthem. It is the music playing in the background. The national flower of Peru is Cantuta. It is a flowering plant found in the high valleys of Peru. It is also known as Flor de Inca, which means flowers of Inca. Traditional Peruvian clothing are handmade and made up of several pieces. Women wear the licla, caparina, polarus, montarus, uncunia, and ajotas. The licla is a small rectangular hand-woven shoulder cloth fastened at the front using a tupu, a decorated pin. The caparina is a larger rectangular carrying cloth worn over the back and knotted in front. It is used to carry children and goods. Polarus are colorful skirts made from hand-woven wool called bayeta. Women may wear 3 or 4 skirts in a layer effect, and they may wear up to 15 polarus on special occasions. Montarus are hats worn by women. They are secured with delicately woven straps adorned with white beads. The uncunia is a small rectangular cloth which is used for carrying snacks such as corn or coca. Ajotas are sandals made from recycled truck tires. Men wear dark wool knee-length hand-woven bayeta pants. A woolen belt is called chumbi is also worn and gives protection to the lower back when working in the field. Men wear sleeveless clothing called chalecos. Chalecos can be richly decorated. The most distinctive part of men's clothing is the hand-woven poncho. Nearly every Quechuan man and boy had a poncho, generally red in color and decorated with intricate designs. Each district has a distinctive pattern. Men wear knit hats with air flaps called chulos. The first chulo that a child receives is traditionally knit by his father.
Peru is a very old country. The earliest inhabitants arrived there about 15,000 years ago. Some of the earlier civilizations were the Chavan, Moche, and the Nazca. One of the most important Peruvian cultures was the Inca, who lived in Peru around 600 years ago. Their capital city, Cusco, is still a major city today. The Inca also built a famous and mysterious ancient city called Machu Picchu. They thrived for centuries before falling to the Spanish in 1532. They spoke Quechua that could not be written and used colored strips to record data. Francisco Pizarro of Spain conquered the Inca Empire on December 1532. 10 years later, the King of Spain created the Viceroyalty of Peru in 1542. In 1819, José de San Martin organized an attack against the Spanish settlers. He declared Peru's independence on July 28, 1821.
Machu Picchu was built around 1450. It was abandoned just after 100 years later, in 1572, when the Spanish won the war. There are many theories about why Machu Picchu was built for. Some people think it was a temple for gods, while other people thought it was a castle for the Inca emperor. Shenzhen is the largest adobe city in the world. There are about 10,000 adobe buildings in the city. Human figures with beak-like faces can be found in the city. It was abandoned around 1470 after the Incas conquered the land. The Nazca lines are located between the towns of Nazca and Palpa. They were created between 200 BC and 700 AD. The figures look like spiders, monkeys, fish, llamas, lizards, and humans. The figures are big and can only be recognized from within. Sacsayhuaman is a walled complex found outside the city of Cusco. Cusco was the capital city of the Inca Empire. The walls are made of polished, dry stone walls that fit together tightly. The complex is located on top of a hill and is believed to be a fortress. Santa Catalina Monastery was founded on October 2, 1580. It was expanded in the 17th century and has a total area of 20,000 square meters. It is like a small city with walls, streets, walkways, stairways, and small.
Football is the most popular sport in Peru. The Peruvian national football team competed in the FIFA World Cup 4 times. The national football team reached the quarterfinals in 1970 and 1978. Taekwondo was first introduced in Peru by John Pollard in the 1970s. In 1981, Kai Hyung Lee arrived to Peru and made this sport even more popular. Peruvian Peter Lopez finished 4th place in the 28th Summer Olympics. Women's volleyball is a popular sport in Peru. The national team won a silver medal in the 1988 Summer Olympics and were the South American champion for 12 times. Peruvian shooters have won 3 of Peru's 4 Olympic medals. Edwin Vasquez won Peru's only gold medal in the 1948 Summer Olympics, while Francisco Boza and Juan Guija both won silver medals.
Peruvian cuisine and ingredients have influences from the indigenous Inca and cuisines brought in with immigrants such as Spanish, Chinese, Italian, German, Japanese, and African influences. The 3 traditional staples of Peruvian cuisine are corn, potatoes, and chili peppers. Staples brought by the Spanish include rice, wheat, and meats. Ceviche is a South American dish of marinated raw fish or seafood. It can be made with fish or shellfish. It is prepared with herbs and served as an appetizer. Ceviche is a spicy dish and usually served in bite-sized pieces. Anticuchos is a dish made from beef heart. The meat is marinated in the various Peruvian spices and grilled. It is often served with boiled potato or corn. They are commonly sold by street vendors and served in skewers.
Papa a la Huancaína is a dish of sliced boiled potatoes served on a piece of lettuce. It is also served with a slightly spicy cheese sauce with olives. The dish is cheap to make and uses ingredients from Peru. Cuchactado is a dish of fried guinea pig. Guinea pigs are raised and then loose to run around in huts. This allows the guinea pigs to grow very big. It is usually cooked with other meats and vegetables. Pisco is the national drink of Peru. It is a kind of brandy made from grapes. It was made for people who could not afford the expensive Spanish wine called Orujo. Inca Cola is a cultural symbol in Peru. It is a lemongrass flavored soda. It is served in almost all kinds of restaurants in the country. It is yellow in color and sweet with a candy-like taste.
Peruvians protest the ritual Yangza during the carnival. For Yangza, Peruvians artificially plant a tree trunk laden with gifts, and guests dance around it. Couples then start chopping the tree trunk, and the couple that finally chop it will be the ones in charge of the ritual for the next year. Peruvians also toss buckets of water at each other during the festival. Peruvians also wear costumes, dance, and have parades during the carnival. Inti Raymi was a religious ceremony of the Inca Empire in honor of the god Inti. Inti Raymi is still celebrated in indigenous cultures throughout the Andes. Celebration involved music, colorful costumes, and the sharing of food. The Lord of the Miracles Festival goes on all October. The procession in Lima is one of the largest annual processions in all of the Americas. Thousands of believers of the religion dress in purple tunics, sing hymns, and pray. Streets are filled with vendors selling the Peruvian dishes and sweets. Peruvians dress guinea pigs in many handmade traditional clothes and enter them in beauty contests. There are awards for the most beautiful, biggest, and fattest guinea pigs. Guinea pigs that lost in the competition are grilled and eaten afterward.
Victor Delphin was born in December 20, 1927. He is one of the leading sculptors and painters in Peru. He is also an expert in Incan culture. Carlos Morales was born in December 31, 1955. He is renowned for his watercolor art of rural Peruvian life. He is also a famous writer. A charango is a small 10-string guitar. It was developed in the 18th century. The soundbox of the instrument is traditionally made from an animal shell. A bongo is a large wooden drum. It is hollowed out from a tree trunk. It is sometimes covered with animal skin. It produces a deep sound. A quena is a musical instrument similar to a flute. It has 6 finger holes and 1 thumb hole. It is open on both ends, while the bottom is half closed. It is traditionally made from a plant called totora.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you learned